Hey guys, it's Gigi. Welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all come on in. We're going to cook another recipe together out of my new cookbook. Y'all know the one? The one my daughter got me for Christmas. We're about to do another delicious recipe out of that cookbook. So y'all come on. Okay guys, as I told you, we were going to be back in the kitchen cooking up another recipe in my cookbook. And today we are going to make autumn apple chicken. So these are all the ingredients that we're going to need. Now, there's a few things that I don't have exactly the ingredients, and one of them is because I don't normally use canola oil. So I'm going to use my avocado oil. And the other thing I'm going to change out is I used every last drop of my honey on my honey coffee fluff. So I am going to use, instead of a tablespoon of honey, I'm going to use a tablespoon of light Karo corn syrup. Those are the only changes that I'm going to make. So we're going to be using apples, onions. I'm going to press garlic. We'll be using barbecue sauce. Y'all know I love my Springer Mountain Farms chicken. I've got my apple cider vinegar. And yeah, we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put some oil and heat to our pan. And this is the avocado oil that I have in here, so it called for a tablespoon. You make sure a tablespoon. Yeah. And I'm just going to let that heat up. I'm going to get my chicken in here and get it salt and peppered, and then I'll come right back. Okay, guys, we've got our chicken thighs. I may have said chicken breast earlier. I'm not sure, but anyhow, it's chicken thighs that I'm using. And we've got them in there, and now we're going to generously salt and pepper our chicken. And just let those brown up on each side. We're just trying to get a good sear on them because we're going to put these into our slow cooker. So y'all just let me cook these a little bit on each side, and then we'll move on. We have given our chicken a flip, and now we're going to let it sear on the other side before transferring it over to our slow cooker. Okay guys, our chicken has browned on both sides. So now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer it over into our slow cooker. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is we are going to put our onions in the same pan that we just cooked the chicken in, as well as our freshly minced garlic. And we're going to let these saute in here for just a minute or two. And in the meantime, we are going to let those saute up a bit, and we're going to add our apples in right on top of our chicken. Now, it didn't say on the recipe whether to peel the apple or not. I chose to, but when I was putting it in, I saw I left the peeling on one, so I removed it. If you choose to leave the peelings on, I'm sure that would be fine. I just opted to peel them. This is when you wish you had smell-o-vision. There's a little piece of chicken. This is when you wish you had smell-o-vision, guys. That garlic and onion cooking together smells delicious. And we're going to put it in on top of the chicken. And guys, to this, we will also be adding 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, a 1/2 cup of whatever barbecue sauce that you like. I like the original Williams Brothers, so we're going to do a 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce. And as I said, I don't have any honey, so I'm opting to replace that with 1 tablespoon of Karo syrup. Okay, we're going to add our 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce to our pan. We're going to add our 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar and our tablespoon of Karo syrup, all going into the same pan. And we don't want to leave any of that barbecue sauce. Okay, we're just going to turn our heat up some, bring this to a low boil, and then it will be going in on top, and then we will pop our lid on and just let this cook low and slow. Okay, it has come to a boil, so we want to pour it in on top of our apples and our chicken. I'm just going to give you a recap really quick. We pan seared our chicken thighs. We cut up some apples into chunks, and in the same pan we sauteed our onions, our garlic. I did add salt and pepper to the chicken, and we have added a half a cup of barbecue sauce, quarter of a cup of apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon of minced garlic, and 1 tablespoon, in replacement of honey, 1 tablespoon of Karo syrup. So now, guys, we're going to turn this heat off, and this is going to go right over into right on top of our apples and our chicken. And guys, we're going to pop the lid on this, and we're just going to let it cook. I'm telling you what, it sure is smelling good. And we're going to let it cook for about 3.5 to 4.5 hours on low, until the chicken is cooked through and tender. And then I'll be back to show you what we're going to use as our sides with this. I'm thinking about some rice. Haven't totally made up my mind yet, but right now we're just going to let this cook until it's tender, and I'll be back. Guys, our autumn apple chicken is done. Smells delicious. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve us up a piece of this chicken fall apart, and I'm going to serve it right on top of a bed of rice. Want to get some of those apples and onions. Guys, this is going to be so delicious. We've got our rice, one of the homemade biscuits that I made, a deviled egg, some autumn apple chicken on a bed of rice. Let's give it a taste. Okay, guys, I have been letting this cook in the slow cooker most of the day on low. Y'all, look at that. Chicken thigh with apple, onions, barbecue sauce. I've got a deviled egg, and I've got a homemade biscuit. Y'all see how hot that is? Well, I just let it slow cook, and I went out thrifting today. I went out to an antique store, and I found a couple of really good deals. I'm going to show those to you in another video, so y'all stay tuned for that, because I found some really cute stuff. But I wanted to give this a try with you. Can y'all see that? I mean, this chicken, literally fork tender, pull apart. Now, I did not do the rice with you guys because this is cauliflower rice, creamy risotto rice. I have a video already on my page, and if you would like, I can link that for you down in the comment section, and you can go and watch that of me making the rice. But guys, I know this is going to be delicious. Hot though. Got an onion piece of. The barbecue sauce gives it that tangy. The apple gives it that sweetness. Another great recipe, guys. That chicken is so tender. And guys, other than pan searing your chicken, seasoning it, and then putting your onions and your barbecue sauce in with your onions and sauteing them. You just pour everything over the top of your chicken and your apples, and you just let it slow cook. This is a quick and easy but delicious meal for you to put on the table. And your crock pot, your slow cooker, or your Instant Pot does all the work for you. Guys, that is delicious. I'm not going to keep you because I want to go and edit the video of my antique finds today so I can share those with you guys. But before I do, can I encourage you to be the hands and feet of Jesus? Be his mouthpiece. Share his loving kindness with somebody today. You won't have to look very far in a hurting world to find somebody who stands in need. And guys, go cook yourself some delicious food. I'll share the recipe with this just as I did the other one in my new cookbook that my daughter got me for Christmas. So I'm going to go. I love you guys. I'll see you back again for another recipe. Okay, bye-bye.